Minasan konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Welcome to Musings from Japan 33.
Oh, that's easy. 33.
33. 33. Yeah.
33.
Yeah.
And that's easy to do.
That's 22, right?
Two.
Oh, the thumbs. There we go. Okay.
33. Hello, everyone.
You're Greg Taylor.
I'm Mark Moran.
Wait,
you're Mark Moran.
Wait, you're Greg Taylor. I'm Mark. Hey.
Hisashiburi desu.
Hisashiburi desu. Genki?
Genki desu. O kage-sama de.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hi, everyone. It's been a long time. We've been busy with the schedule and things that are happening around here. Summer's coming for us. Like we mentioned last time, it's the beginning of the school year here. So Right now we're ending, for me, we're in the middle of the first semester. So I know it's a lot of you in America who are watching this it's graduation time. End of the school year.
Graduation time in America.
Remember those days, Greg?
Yes, I do. And what's interesting in this pandemic year, the pandemic year and a half now, the graduation is taking place and people are going back on a long summer break again.
In the States.
In the States, yeah.
Not here. I mean, here I'm was chugging along, and actually for the pandemic, things are getting better. And I know the Olympics are coming up, and I know some people might be a little bit worried. But to be honest, I was watching the news just a couple of hours ago.
Oh, what did you hear?
Well, let's see. The total number of cases in Tokyo today was 76 people.
Yay, great.
In a city of 20 million people, only 76 people got COVID today.
Well, that's funny because I got an email from the city of Okazaki today about the state of emergency here.
Right, because Tokyo, Osaka, of course, but in Nagoya, Aichi prefectures all on the state of emergency. Yeah. But Niigata, today we had a total of 2.
Great. Yay.
Yeah, actually, I went to a meeting today. I should tell you, I went to a meeting of the Japan American Society, the Nichibei Kyokai, as we call it. Last year was supposed to be the 60th anniversary of the Niigata version of this. But the Nichibei Kyokai started in Japan. The Japan American Society started in 1917, just the beginning of the end of World War I.
Wow,
it's a long time.
Pretty amazing,
But all the members are quite old.
Hopefully they're not that old.
Well, let's put it this way: I was the youngest person there.
Wow!
And everyone was talking. They were talking with amongst themselves. Oh, how does the shot feel? Oh, yeah, they all got their shots.
Yeah, that's good news.
Now, not all of them are over 75. Here, the 75 and older in Japan can get the shots. Not all of them are over 75, but a lot of them work for the Niigata city office or the prefectural office, and some are former policemen and stuff. So actually, they're priority citizens.
Yeah.
And one person asked me, "Oh, Mark, did you get your shot yet?" I said, "No." And I said, when are you going to get it? He says, I don't know. I'm on the bottom of the list, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're on the bottom of the list.
I guess so, Mark.
Anyway, but it's kind of funny because
my mother-in-law, I think, is going to get it soon.
A lot of people here have already gotten. A lot of people that I know who are over 75 already got it. They're done. So
yeah, great.
And Niigata has one of the highest ratios of percentage of people who have gotten their vaccine. So those of you who are worried about the Olympics, I just want to say a couple things. Is that the number of cases of COVID here compared to Brazil, United States, or the EU a few months ago, or other places,
India,
which is, don't talk about India now. It's nowhere near the range, and we have barely. In the year and a half, as Greg said, of the pandemic, we only have about 3,000 people died in a year and a half. And in the United States, how many people have died? Quite a few.
Yeah.
But
they estimate 600,000 or so.
It's like we're nowhere near. We're not even double. So actually, there is always going to be a worry. Actually, people, and I understand that people have got the information that J- Japan's, they're worried about the COVID. 80% of Japanese people don't want the Olympics because they're worried about the pandemic. They're worried about COVID. Yeah, they're not worried about it of Japanese people. They're worried about foreigners coming in and spreading it. They don't want foreigners in the country. They don't want you people out there. So,
yeah, that's a big issue, actually.
it's different. It's not that they're worried about the pandemic spreading. They're worried about foreigners bringing in the pandemic. They don't want any more. But actually it's going to be fine. I think some places are worried about mask and all that stuff in America or Europe, and people are still. I've been watching baseball games on TV, the Angels and the Dodger games that they show.
Great.
And but, you see all these people in the baseball stand, no mask. But it's not like Japan. It's like everywhere, mask. Even masks are normal here.
Yeah, everybody's wearing masks everywhere on the trains. I ride the trains every day.
And even before the pandemic, people wore masks on the trains and stuff. So I have no fear of the Olympics coming here, and I look forward to it. It'll be.
I think it'll be a lot of fun. Actually, it'll be a good a morale booster.
Yeah, I think so too.
People. I think they need the Olympics.
Well, yeah, and now we're too far along, and Japan doesn't have the right to cancel the Olympics anyway. That's the right of the IOC. That's their responsibility.
I don't see that happening, because I would have think that it'd been done by now.
Yeah, you can't do it now because of the big money now. We're talking people. If the IOC canceled now, they would be responsible for so many billions of dollars or tens of billions of yen.
What about that Olympic stadium in Tokyo? I mean, it remains to be seen what how many people are they're going to allow in it. But
they're already saying 50%. That's
50%. So didn't that thing cost $1 billion to construct or not?
Yeah, but but that includes the cost of tearing down the old Olympic stadium and building this one. So it's not that stadium didn't cost that much. The whole project.
We have to remember that they also had the Summer Games in 1964.
Right, and they tore down that stadium because they wanted to have a more modern stadium. And did you ever get to go to the old stadium?
Oh, I think when we first came here as university students, I think I went there to the Olympics. I think I did, but I didn't go inside it. No.
Well, I've been inside. I've been inside of it, and I saw a track meet there, and actually, it was nice, but it felt like an old style high school, like a big high school stadium. Bench seats, no, there wasn't the bucket seats they had along the prime areas, but the higher up, they're benches. Like at Koshien Stadium where the Hanshin Tigers play.
Oh, yeah.
I went there before they did the renovations, and if you're sitting between first base and home plate and third base and home plate on the ground floor, those are seats, where each person has a seat. But then when you go third base out to the outfield to the foul pole, benches. And you had your number on the bench. And I was like going, here's one. The Orange Show Stadium in San Bernardino.
Oh, yeah.
It was like that. All the benches. I remember I'm in bench number 33 right there.
I drove by that place a million times, but I never went in.
Oh, Orange Show Stadium?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that was a big thing. My dad used to take us there for the fireworks show. 4th of July, the Orange Show. They used to do little mini car races inside the Orange Show. I remember there was a marching band competition they used to hold there at the Orange Show Stadium.
Really?
Back in the day. Oh, it was cool stuff.
And for those of you, our viewers who don't know where the Orange Show is, where is it located?
It's San Bernardino, California, one of the most dangerous places.
Not too far from the junction of the Interstate 10 and the Interstate 15.
That's right. Well, let's put it this way.
Or is it
everyone should know the Orange Show grounds because one of the most famous performance halls in the United States, especially during the 60s, was there, the Swing Auditorium.
Oh.
You don't know the Swing Auditorium?
No.
That's where the Rolling Stones made their U.S. debut.
Really?
Elvis sang there we're talking the Stones saying they're the Doors. They can't. I mean, you name all the great rock groups, Santana and
I remember
Swing Auditorium.
Someone I spoke with today, without mentioning names. Ooh. They played there for Johnny Mathis, I believe.
The Swing Auditorium, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was there. It was at the Orange Show, so that must have been the place.
Well, the Swing Auditorium was destroyed.
Oh, did they tear it down?
No, there was a problem. An airplane crashed in it.
Ooh, when did that happen?
Gosh, maybe 20 years ago. So,
well, maybe, yeah. Did they rebuild something, or did they have another venue that you could play concerts at?
In San Bernardino?
At the Orange Show?
No, not that I know of. There might be, though. I mean, I don't know. I haven't lived in San Bernardino. We'll see. I'm 40, more than 40 years.
Yeah. Well, how long have you? So now we've passed in our musings from Japan. How long have you lived in Japan now?
I've been in Japan 30 years.
30 years. More than 30 years. Yeah. and he hasn't lost his sense of humor, folks.
And I'm still where's my teeth?
The nail that sticks out gets hammered down.
Ooh,
old
kotowaza.
Japanese kotowaza.
Old ancient proverbs there.
Yeah. Well, that's me for sure.
An ancient proverb.
No. Well, no, I mean the nail.
Oh, not ancient. Yeah. Okay.
So it is interesting to know, all these memories, but here you are, after three decades living in Japan.
Yeah. And maybe 3 generations.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on my 3rd generation teaching.
But it goes by fast. But and now I'm in my 9th year. I'm going into my 9th year. This is my 9th spring in Japan.
Yeah, that's nice. Almost doubled, almost a decade. How's that, Greg? How's that, Greg? Almost a decade. I remember when you got off the boat.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That reminds me that just last week, I got a message from one of my former students when I was the principal of a high school, and she was in the first graduating class.
Here in Japan, yeah.
Yeah, here in Japan. She graduated in the year 2000. That was the first graduating class. So now, and this is 21. So 21 years. And so she's almost 40 then.
Amazing.
2 kids, almost 40. She's middle-aged, and she had a question about English. And so Mark Sensei, I had a question. And she wrote the message in English. Is it better to say it this way or to
Well, that's great.
I mean, it is cool.
We meet a lot of interesting people. Yeah.
And we've done a lot of interesting things and seen a lot of interesting changes. I mean, in this.
It's amazing. I was thinking that even my time in Japan here, that the automobile has completely changed in design.
The horseless carriage.
Yeah. No, I mean, really, seriously, it's really changed.
Yeah. I have a hybrid.
Yeah, you have a hybrid, and I never thought you'd get a hybrid.
No, I mean,
you do. You have a hybrid car.
I miss my Tin Lizzie out there,
So you have a chrysanthemum and a rose all stuck together. Oh, hybrid.
What do you call the crows?
A crows, that's it.
A rosanthemum.
Rosanthemum, yeah.
I like that actually. Actually, I have hybrid lilies outside.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got them on Sado Island.
On Sado Island, yeah.
How's that?
I remember when I told you I was going to Sado Island, or I asked you about it, and you says, "Oh, it's like 200 years behind."
Yep, and it is, huh?
Well, actually, it's behind it's behind. It's a slower way of life out there.
But it's nice.
But they have a Mossburger too.
Now if you go there now, I think they're actually going to open a McDonald's there soon.
Oh. No, on Sado Island.
On Sado Island,
off the coast of Niigata.
We're talking an island that was originally a penal colony for people from Kyoto.
Yeah, well, it's interesting too. It's 2.5 hour slow ferry ride, or if you take the jet foil, it's about an hour.
A slow boat to Sado.
Yeah. But I mean, there it is looming off there in the distance,
Yeah, actually, you could see it in my. If those of you look at my Facebook page, you see I put a sunset picture on there. That sun is setting on top of Sado Island.
Speaking of sun, I saw a nice sunset
Yeah,
tonight. Yeah.
actually, we should tell everybody. Greg is going to give me a short sunset movie because I can speed it up, Greg. So, and then I can do some funny things with it.
Oh, great.
So Greg's going to give me a sunset from Okazaki
Yeah.
and it's going to be really interesting. And I will do some interesting things with it. So, and then also he's given me a train shot. So, which is kind of cool because I like your train pictures and train videos because it's different than it is here. You're in a more progressive area where trains are more important than they are out here.
Let me set this up. There's one video that we're going to show in this Musings from Japan number 33.
33.
We're going to show it, and this one has
Sanju-san.
me talking throughout the whole video. So I'm talking.
Oh.
I'm setting up certain train things.
So I have to raise your voice up. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll edit your voice and make you sound more sophisticated.
But then the other videos, I think they're going to be without a voice.
I'll put a BGM on there.
The other videos or pictures, whatever. But
I'll put some background. Yeah.
So the train video is really quite interesting because you see, train watching is a pastime, or some people, some guys like to do that a lot.
Well, actually, there are. I asked a guy because I know a guy who does that, and there are some train magazines in Japan.
Oh yeah. You've go to the bookstore, sure. Yeah.
Right. And they're thick. And what they are is they submit their pictures, and sometimes they can get money for them if they have certain shots. So a lot of those guys are out there trying to catch the perfect train shot.
Yeah. Well, last night or the night before, I was riding the train home, and
excuse me, tissue. No.
In fact, I should include that video also. I'll include that video, and you can see the guy ahead of me. He had his camera on a little tripod set in the front window of the train. It was a panoramic
yeah, that's
view.
Cool.
Yeah. And so it's a rare moment that I get to ride up there. And he was filming. I don't know where he came from, but he was filming the whole journey that he was on. And so it was kind of interesting. But so I took a video behind him with my iPhone, and that's what you'll see in this video. Cool. So I'll include that. And I'm going to also include another separate video that is of the train of a local or an express train passing by Tsuka Densha. I think that's what it is. It's there's a Japanese term for passing, and I'll show that.
That'll be cool. I
keep talking while I do something real quick.
Yeah, Greg is gonna cough and yell right now. See, he's yelling right now, and he's cussing, and he's saying a lot of bad words. And these bad words, I can't say right now. Okay, there. That's what happened. He's gonna do it again. See, he's really angry. So that's Greg. See, look at he's red. He's red and he's so angry.
Oh, no, I'm not angry. I'm dying, folks. I'm dying.
Yeah.
No, it's like something's in my nose or something is in the back of my throat, and it's like,
in your nose and in the back of your throat. So
sorry. But
by the way, we didn't get to Greg's weather, but just to mention the weather today, you guys were really hot today. I noticed.
Oh, it's hot today. Yeah,
you were 31 plus today.
That hot.
In Nagoya. I mean, I don't know about your area.
No, we're about 30, 31. I would believe it because it was stuffy, and it was stuffy this morning. And tonight's not too bad, but we'll have the fan going tonight, and it'll be comfortable to sleep.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
But still, 31 is the maximum that I can really tolerate.
How is that in Fahrenheit?
Oh, I don't 86,
80s. Yeah, I was going to say upper 80s. Yeah. So
yeah, I don't know. I can't remember because when I came here 8 years ago this May, I says, I'm going to convert immediately to the metric system to Celsius.
It's been slow, but you've done a good job.
Well, but in centimeters, like I'm 173 centimeters tall.
Very good.
And my shoe size is I'm giving away all my secrets, but My shoe size is 28 centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that. And I know, I don't want
Yeah,
to tell you my waist size.
I'm 176 centimeters
Centimeters tall.
tall,
Yeah.
and at this moment I weigh 118 kilos,
Oh, great.
and my shoe size is 30 or 30.5.
Wow.
Yeah, you know
You
what they say
couldn't,
about big feet?
what's that?
It's hard to buy shoes.
Yeah, it's hard to buy shoes. That's for
Man,
sure.
yeah. Everyone. I mean, in America, if I had size 30.5 was like a size 12, 11 and a half, 12, I guess, around there. So buy size 12 shoes in America is easy, but to buy size 12 shoes in Japan, I mean, Greg, you're at the top limit, actually. So you're perfect.
Right.
You're the biggest, most common size. Whereas
That's
anything
right.
past your size, like mine,
It's hard to fit.
and my sons too, they both have 29 and 30
Do you ever
size
go to
shoes.
Aoyama or Aoki?
I go to all of them. Aoki
Yeah.
doesn't have shoes for my size. I
Oh,
have
they
to
don't.
go to the sports shows like Sports Depot
Yeah.
or
Zebio.
Zebio or Victoria.
Yeah.
I bought some golf shoes. I had
Do
to
you
buy
go to
golf.
the plant in Seromachi?
They don't have nothing.
No, but that's where I bought my first electric blanket.
Yeah, but I'm not going to buy clothes and shoes at Plant. Those are, that's the place where the Russians shop.
Oh, yeah. The Russians are coming.
The Russians are coming.
An old Alan Arkin movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, gosh, 60s,
Yeah.
late 60s, early
Yeah.
70s.
60s. It was 60s for sure.
The old Cold War. I missed the Cold War.
I don't think I want it back.
Well, we're getting another one anyway. It doesn't matter. China's creating another one for us. It's okay.
I was thinking today, one of the great things about living in Japan and gradually assimilating,
mm-hmm.
and I'll never be fully assimilated, but gradually acquiring the language.
Greg is doing better than you think, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. So there's several shows you can find them on YouTube, you can find them on Netflix or whatever. And I like Japanese dramas, but there's this one show called Shinjuku Shokudo, or do you know that show?
Yeah.
It's or Midnight Diner.
Well, in dining in Shinjuku, yeah.
Yeah, and I love that show. I just love it.
That's funky, Greg.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird show, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know what I like about Japanese food shows is like,
oh yeah,
everything they eat is delicious.
It's delicious, and it's a special treat.
And it's and that's the total reaction. So, for example, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever watch one of these shows on YouTube and you see the person take a bite and they go, "Oh my!" I mean, they're going, "Wow, that's delicious." Umai.
Yeah, like, that's our equivalent. Yeah,
and they might go, "Umai, sugoi." Well, wow, that's fantastic. It tastes great.
But it's a very social thing.
But they always say it.
Yeah,
I've never seen a show where they taste it and they go, "That sucks." Mazui. They don't never. But you will see shows where they say that, but they're like comedy shows where like they'll feed them like what's that game where they put wasabi in your you have cream puffs. We used to do this at school.
Shoe cream?
Put cream puffs, yeah, cream puffs, and on the table, and you do this Janken contest, and if you win, okay, then you pick one for the other person to eat, and they pick it up, and inside somebody squeezes a tube of wasabi in there.
Oh my gosh!
You bite it up, and if it's okay, they finish it. No wasabi. Okay, good. You rock scissors paper Janken again. Winner goes. Okay, you do that one, and they pick it up, and they go. And then they go.
Yeah, but couldn't they smell it because wasabi is pretty strong?
No, the tube one.
Yeah. The tube one. You can't really smell that. No.
And then with a cream puff, you just put it in this little same hole that where they put the.
Because we have the tube one. We use the tube wasabi sometimes to eat.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes I buy the wasabi and you do like this that you smell.
Yeah.
But the tube stuff, nah.
No.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's funny. Well, anyway, this show, it's like this show, Midnight Diner. It's great because this guy has this little diner. He's only open from midnight to 7,
Right.
and he makes you your food. He makes anything you want. If it's not on the menu, just ask for it, and if he has the ingredients, he'll make it. And it's just a very kind of feel good show.
Yeah.
And it's it's great, but it's like the people that get excited over this dish, or
yeah, they'll say, "But can you make me a, something funky?"
And these customers all become kind of like a family.
Right. Can you make me some gratin?
Yeah.
I think I could do that. Yeah.
What's that? One customer came in and she was an enka singer. And enka is the Japanese ballad music, for those of you who don't know. But she was an enka singer, and she was an aspiring enka singer. And what's that rice thing, or that dish called Neko Mama? Neko Mama, cat
mother, Neko Mama.
Neko. I don't know. I should ask
Neko my wife. Is cat.
Yeah, but it was this dish. It's a common dish, or a little. I don't know if it's a snack, but it's that's what she wanted. That's what this customer wanted. And it's just great. And not only is it great to watch, but it's great to practice and acquire Japanese that way too. And you see a whole different culture. And at the same time, you realize that they're not so far from your own culture.
So you're YouTubing it, huh? A lot.
Yeah, but there's another one. There's this guy. It's a food show, and he's this tall, skinny guy, and he goes, "Ocho no mizu." He's just he's thinking, and he talks to himself, and then he goes and tries these food places. Do you know that it's on TBS? Do you know that show I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, you'd probably recognize the actor though.
If I see it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
See, I'm at home at that time to.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's on TV or not, but TBS on YouTube, their YouTube channel.
TBS is Tokyo Broadcast.
Yeah. System.
So you're see.
They put it on YouTube.
But because you're if I see it on YouTube, but because if you're watching regular television, see, I don't watch Japanese things on YouTube because I hate the commercials. So I don't watch YouTubers or those things. So Greg is already into influencers and all these guys. So the Japanese style. So I don't watch any of those things. It's very rare. The only thing I watch on YouTube would be like Musings from Japan, and
number 33.
Number 33. No, or I watch I watch the BBC documentaries or BBC shows that I couldn't see in the States or here.
Oh, Netflix had these Planet Earth shows or whatever. They're pretty cool too.
I've seen all those. No, I'm talking about shows like Time Team.
Time Team, never heard of it.
See, it was on television for 20 years in the BBC.
Oh, really? Do they have a Time Team?
Team.
What's it about?
So it's a bunch of archaeologists going out digging up the places around England.
Wow, that's
they even came to the United States to help to Jamestown to help find where the actual fort was, and they've gone to and Sir Tim Robinson is the host, and the reason I started watching is because they just recreated a new Time Team. Some of the original cast members are dead. They were professors and these guys were all doctors of archaeology or certain specialists that had to do with archaeological studies. And some of them are dead now. But they recreated a new Time Team, and Sir Tim Robinson, asked him to host a new Time Team. And he said, no, you should get somebody else new. So get a whole new generation of Time Teams. But anyway, I heard about it a long time ago, but these guys are funny.
Oh, that's great. Well, so those of you
that's what
at
I
home,
do.
yeah.
That's what
those of you at home, if you're bored or whatever and you have time, watch Time Team on YouTube.
Or watch some of the food shows from Japan. Now I do watch comedy shows, Japanese comedy shows. So like I watch Old Beat Takeshi or Tokuro Georgie.
Or
these guys, the Tonarus.
Yeah, or everybody's favorite who died of COVID. Kin
Yes, yes, yeah. He just
uh,
died. Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
yeah.
I
Uh,
all actually I posted some of his comedy on my Facebook where he plays an English teacher.
Ken Shimamura.
Shimamura or
Uh,
Shimura. But he played his English teacher, right? You've seen it on my
and
Facebook.
I don't want. See, I'm getting old because I would I
Those
would
shows,
I would know his name instantly because he's so famous, and I knew his name. I know his name. But
yeah,
the one you're talking about, that where he plays an English teacher, that's a classic.
it's great. I mean
It's
that was done,
hilarious.
and where he's an English teacher
It's a skit.
teaching foreigners how to speak English,
Yeah,
but how to speak Japanese style
Japanese
English.
style English. Yeah, which is totally wrong.
But
And
it's common.
it's hilarious.
Yeah, so I watch those kind of things, and I guess I'm becoming. I mean, Greg and I have talked about this, but I'm becoming kind of the curmudgeon around the office.
Oh yes, you are.
I sit in my corner, and what I remember when I was staying in Oxford a long time ago when I was on tour with the Chafee Big Band, and remember we were staying at this homestay, and I talked to the guy who was in charge of the head of the house or something, and he went to Oxford when he was like in junior high school age, like he started there when he was 12. And he said, yes, I used to come here and sit on this wall and look down and hate people.
That's funny. So
Like,
I found it.
okay,
I knew who it was. It was
yeah,
Ken Shimura Ken.
Shimura, yeah,
Yeah.
Shimura, yeah,
And
Shimura
so
Ken.
he died March 29th, 2020.
Yeah, of
So the
COVID.
pandemic, it was in the
Yeah.
first month of the pandemic, and he got it, and he was in the hospital, and he died.
But then again, he was an alcoholic and a heavy smoker.
Yeah.
So, and
So
very susceptible.
he started with Masashi Tashiro
Hmm.
and Nobuyoshi Kuwano in the Japanese variety show Shimura Ken no Bakato no Sama.
Yeah, Bakatono Sama is the guy with wore the
Oh,
chomage that went straight up.
yeah, like the
Uh,
samurai thing.
yeah, well, it's supposed to, but Baka means stupid, like a stupid guy with a hair thing. Anyway, but it's funny because it's considered a kind of a risque kind of show, but it's just like it's body. It's that old style humor which was very popular in Japan up until when I came to Japan. That he is very popular.
Yeah, he was known for his
Yeah,
Bakatono Sama character, which was unusual among comedians.
right, painted his face white,
It was hilarious.
put on the stupid wig and wore a yukata, and did stupid things. He just
You know,
yeah,
uh,
great character actor and
yeah, he was
comedian.
great. Yeah, and
Him,
died.
B Takeshi, Tokoro Joji, a lot of the.
Beat Takeshi, I haven't seen on TV lately.
Oh, he's there. I see him all the time.
Did you see him recently?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's on. He's got a regular show.
he was in
You
that.
might not see it in Nagoya actually because it's a Tokyo show.
No, we see the show that he's on all the time, or we used to.
Well, that's why I'm saying
Maybe
he's
he's
on
still
every.
on, but we don't watch that channel now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. And then there's other people with other interests in the house. Um, family and stuff. They watch different things, and we all watch different strokes for different folks. Last night I was watching NHK.
I don't want to hear that. You're the man of the house, Greg. You got to put your foot down.
But the last night I was watching NHK opera. They had an opera orchestra program.
Yeah, I saw they're doing the magic flute and the guys are singing. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
and the woman conductor, she was very, very good.
She was great. She was nails.
I wouldn't say great, but she was very good. I didn't like her facial expressions.
No,
but she was kind of this kind of stuff. And
I saw that. Yeah,
right.
She was like, that.
I was like, excuse me.
But she was very, very vigorous.
Yes, definitely animated. Yeah, so
definitely animated.
But she controlled that orchestra well, and I'd always wondered why they do this. But when you do they did the overture. I saw the overture, and then the trombones left the stage. but the trumpets had to sit there because they had to play later. So the first couple pieces with when the countertenor came, the tenor came out and he did his thing, the trumpets were playing. So the trumpet guy's just sitting on stage going,
Yeah.
She's conducting like this, so you see her from behind. The violins are like this, and he's singing, and behind you.
So where was that? Was that concert? That was last fall, I think.
Yeah, it was during the pandemic, so there was everyone was social distanced, and
I maybe it was even in April. I don't know, but it was where was it at? Was it in Tokyo?
It was in Tokyo. Yeah.
Suntory Hall?
No, it wasn't Suntory Hall. I didn't look at the name. I think it was Showa Hall, which is at Showa Women's University, which is a common place where they do operas. They have the nice stage there.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that was the Tokyo Metropolitan Opera Orchestra.
So, yeah, they got 1 million orchestras in Tokyo. Yeah. And you know what the amazing thing is? Japanese orchestras have, in my opinion, have become really, really musical, and play really, really, really well technically, and they can hold their own among any orchestras in the world, really.
Well, I mean, because most of those people are trained in, and actually I would say most of the best orchestras in Tokyo or in Japan, most of their members are trained in Europe.
So here you have a country the size of square miles or kilometers.
Smaller than California.
Yeah, but yet it's a country, and it's got 2 or 3 times as many people as California, maybe more. No, about 2 or 3 times. But the point I'm trying to make is they have got all these orchestras throughout the country.
Every single community here has a beautiful concert hall.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about it. I mean, I think about where I grew up in San Bernardino. We had like the California Theater. We had Swing Auditorium until somebody flew an airplane into it.
I saw Carousel at the California Theater.
Yeah.
I took my students.
I played there many times.
Yeah, they said, "Hey, you want to take students to see a musical at California Theater?" It's let's go. So I was early in my teaching career.
Cal State San Bernardino has a nice hall.
Yeah, I played there.
Valley College, San Bernardino Valley College, or as my dad would call it, USC.
Well, and even
University of South Colton. No. What I'm saying is a community the size of San Bernardino, which is 200,000 people or plus, there isn't a decent hall. But in a community I live in, Shibata, there are 3 halls, and one that is state of the art, professional stage, and they have professional orchestras come here. I mean, the Tokyo Phil is played in here in Shibata.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you can't say that. How many times has the LA Phil played in San Bernardino? Right?
Oh,
never.
Yeah,
never.
I don't know.
Never in my lifetime. Maybe before I was born, and maybe after I die. I'm telling you that the San Francisco Symphony never went to San Bernardino to play a concert.
Yeah, but they went to Fresno because I saw them.
That's Fresno. I'm on top of San Bernardino.
But
okay. But how often did this? How often did in your hometown, which is what Porterville?
Yeah.
How many people in Porterville?
Well, now there's 50,000.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the same size as Murakami. Murakami has had the Tokyo Phil. Murakami's had Osaka Phil.
Oh, the Porterville's had the Marine Band many times from Washington, D.C.
I'm talking about the San Francisco Phil. San Francisco. We're talking orchestras.
Well, speaking of
when's the last time when world-class orchestra, when was the last time the Chicago Phil played in Porterville?
Never, because there's no there's a Chicago Phil maybe, but it's not the Chicago Symphony.
Either way, the Chicago Lyric Opera Orchestra. Okay, I don't care which one. Any of them. Know. Right. You see, the point is in Japan, every community promotes its music, and every community wants to share.
And they promote it in a great way. I saw
all around the country, where the United States does not. So you have the Marine Band, okay, but So we're talking about your orchestra. You mentioned orchestra. That's the whole thing. The symphony orchestra is supposed to be the pinnacle of classical excellence in your in community. In Japan, it is. There's a lot of great orchestras here. I mean, maybe not as the same level as in London or Chicago or New York, but maybe as good as San Francisco.
I went to the Okazaki Philharmonic and they played Mahler's First Symphony. I forgot what else they did, but the entire concert hall was a great concert hall.
And that's a professional orchestra too.
Yeah.
See, like where Niigata doesn't have a professional orchestra, but I've played Mahler here in Niigata, and it was pretty good. And every year they do Beethoven's 9.
It's a great performance.
So and it's just so nice to be in a community where they're not, we don't want the orchestra here.
It's so nice to be able to watch on TV every Sunday
watch
night
on TV
on
just
Itere, every
educational
Sunday night.
television.
Yeah. Channel 2 here. What's it up there? 4.
No, it's channel 2 everywhere.
Oh, is it channel
1?
2 everywhere?
1 is the regular, and 2 is I think they codified that when they went to the digital format.
Oh,
it used to be 4.
Yeah,
1 and 4. I remember that, and then they would have the sub channels 2 and 3.
I'll have to ask Anders because I left my TV in Shibata.
It's gone.
It's gone. He moved, and I wonder whatever happened to that TV and my old bed.
I think they threw it out the window.
Yeah, I wonder. My old bed. I love that bed.
It's gone too.
Yeah.
Nothing. All of that stuff was either thrown away or given away.
Yeah.
So
that was good memories.
Because Anders at his new school in the house he has got new things. I mean,
that's great.
So yeah, I had to, because that place is really nice. So we practice music there. So
nice.
Yeah.
So, good memories.
Yeah.
So well, anyway, I back to our train videos and other things.
Well, we don't need to. Well, everyone's got to watch the train video at the end of this. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
And watch the sunset from Nagoya. Watch the sunset from Greg's apartment.
So I'll put in a couple more train video stuff, and without me talking. You'll see one with me talking, and then there'll be a couple without me talking.
Right.
And you can edit them whatever way you see fit, and then I'll put in a couple sunset photos too. And
I'll just throw in some funny stuff, maybe some pictures of Greg with Mickey Mouse ears. I
should even put in a sunset photos that I took the other night, because they're pretty spectacular too. And I think it was last week. Yeah.
See, actually, great. You can see 2 different perspectives of the same sunset. Greg takes it in sunset because there's mountains and other things that blocking it. But when I see the sunset, it's on the sea.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a
sea
little
of
bit
Japan.
Different. But then again, the sunrise, Greg gets the sunrise right off the sea.
Yeah.
I get it over the mountain. So
that's right.
But this is Niigata. I get it through the clouds and just it gets bright. That's all. So
yeah, we are on different oceans.
I'm not even on an ocean.
Well, you're on the side of the Sea of Japan, and I'm on the Pacific Ocean side.
Yeah, we're on 2 different bodies of water.
Yeah, I wonder how many days in the olden days it took to go by horse or on foot from Shibata to Okazaki.
Jeez. Well, let's put it this way. I know how long it takes from Nagaoka to Tokamachi.
How long is that?
That was a 1-day walk.
And how many kilometers is that?
I don't know, but it was a 1-day walk.
A 1-day walk.
Yeah, and from Nagaoka to Yahiko was 1-day walk. From Yahiko to Niigata, or not Niigata, to Nutari was a 1-day walk. And then from Nutari to Shibata was a 1-day walk. From Shibata to Murakami was a 1-day walk.
So you could walk in 1 day from Shibata to Murakami.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long way.
I know Shibata to Murakami is 23 kilometers about.
Yeah, it takes you at least an hour in the car.
That's with traffic. It takes me about 20 minutes.
Oh, great.
Anyway, but But if you walk it, but I think it's relative because I think they go along the seaside.
Oh
So
yeah, okay,
see,
yeah,
so
that would
so
make sense. Sure,
that's
yeah.
yeah. So okay, so it's so to walk Niigata Prefecture, I think takes 6 days. What was that? Was that
Well,
you?
no, I'll tell
I
you.
beg your pardon, Greg. That
It
was
was
you. That was your
it was
phone.
my phone,
Okay, that's it
and
was.
it's breaking news. It's just
Oh,
about the
breaking
stock
news.
market.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Nothing big, and
Who
it'll be
cares about the
irrelevant.
stock? Who cares? Irrelevant to Japan.
Yeah, and it'll be irrelevant to. Oh, it's an American notice, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, but so if it's 6 days from Niigata prefectures, there's probably about 2 weeks to Okazaki
probably so. Yeah,
safely because you have to
because
go over the mountains.
yeah, and that would have been a treacherous, long, arduous walk.
Yeah, see, Niigata, you can walk along the seaside the whole way. So it's about six
But it's
days.
unavoidable to come here
You have
without
to
doing
cross
that.
the
Yeah, you have to
mountains.
cross the mountains somewhere.
There's no choice. Yeah, I think the best way would be through what's it called?
I
Yuzawa?
think the best way would be going down to Tokyo,
No, I think you could cross through Nagano.
Nagano.
Yeah, you can cross through Joetsu up to Arai into Nagano, then back through Gifu into Aichi.
Yeah,
That direction. So that means you have to walk in the mountains along the Alps.
yeah,
That'd be fun.
that'd be fun. Especially, what's that volcano, Mount Ontake?
Yeah.
What's boom?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a few years ago,
I,
some
I,
poor souls lost their lives on that mountain
yeah, they
in
were
a
out there
surprise
hiking.
eruption.
They were
Yeah,
hiking, and yeah, there's some videos of people
yeah. That they
dying.
found on the phone
Yeah,
after the people had passed away.
they were killed by the
Yeah,
eruption, but
yeah,
their last video exists.
yeah.
Ooh, I was thinking about it's kind of interesting you brought that up because today I was listening in the car to a podcast about medieval pilgrimages.
Oh,
You know
interesting.
how people used to go on pilgrimages and what was their reasoning and one of the most famous ones is the Santiago de Compostela.
誰ですか?
The Santiago de Compostela is this church of Saint James, not St. James Infirmary. That's a difference. But St. James, which is in Spain. It's a famous pilgrimage walk. It takes it from Rome to St. James takes 35 days.
Wow.
Yeah. And if you do it right, you're supposed to stay at very minimal places, very poor places. Not poor, I want to say poor, but very simple, and eat simple meals. And and there's different stations along the way where you pray and do this stuff. And you get to the church in the Compostela. Compostela is the camping under the stars. It's the
Oh
place
yeah.
on church under the star. So it's supposed to be one of these refreshing. And I was thinking, it would be kind of nice to do that here in Japan because I had a student. Okay, going back to how long I've been here. When I came here 30 years ago, I taught in Hyogo-ken at a junior high school. I had a student. I think I have his pictures there's a basketball team back there.
Yeah.
His pictures in there.
Oh, great.
Guy's name is Shunsuke. He was my best English student, and he was my translator because the Japanese coach couldn't speak English either, even though he was an English teacher. Anyway, but Shunsuke went to university, and when you graduate from university, usually Japanese students do some sort of trip. They go someplace and they kind of like their graduation because after they come back, they go to work and
Yeah.
basically
And
the rest of their life, that's it. They have to work. So they always go on some sort of trip, a graduation trip. But he and his buddies rode bicycles all around Honshu. the main island of Japan. They rode from Osaka and they came up to the Japan seaside. And what they would do is they would stay at different places, camp on the beach or whatever. When they came to Niigata, they stayed at my house.
Oh, great.
They said, and he says, Mark Sensei, I would like to stay. Oh, sure, come on. And so he stayed at my house, and they took the ferry over to Sado, rode around Sado, took the ferry back, stayed another day at my house. And then they rode up through Yamagata, Akita, Aomori, all around, came down, and they did the whole thing, went down to Kyushu. They even crossed the ferry, rode around Kyushu, came back. 1 month on bicycles.
What a life.
Man, imagine doing that, Greg, when you graduated from college.
Yeah, but even still here in Japan, and even close to my area and even your area, there's so many fascinating places to go out and see.
Yeah, it's cool. But imagine doing that when we graduated in
that would have
Fresno.
been great. Yeah.
Would you like to ride around California?
Yeah, that would have been great. Or at least, get in a car and,
No. On a bicycle, Greg.
A bicycle's great. Yeah. Yeah.
Be honest, Greg. No way.
No, but it's all time, And you're right.
I like how you avoid that. I wouldn't do it either. It was like,
nope,
you're crazy. I'd rather drive. Yeah, that's true. Well, anyway, I think we should wrap this up. Okay. Nice music says 33. This was 33. Cool. 33. Mahalo. Rock and roll.
33. Yeah. See you, everyone.
Anyway, thank you very much. And for Musings from Japan 33, he's Greg Taylor.
He's Mark Marin.
And we're saying adios.
Adios.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
So for Musings from Japan, this is Greg, and I thought I'd show you some videos and pictures of train life and travel here in Japan. It's a great way to get around, and almost everyone does it at some point or another. So you can see various train stations and types of trains. This next video here is of a train coming through a station here in Okazaki, Japan. This train doesn't stop. It's a limited express. Passes through the station, and then we're on to the next picture. Here's a train from Niigata Prefecture, and it's a local train. Back to a picture of a bullet train between Tokyo and Nagoya. And here's some bullet trains that were flooded and destroyed in Nagano. These next two pictures are of first class on a bullet train, which is spacious and roomy. And here's Musings from Japan, Mark Marin, when he and I went to Tokyo one time. And finally, we're coming up to a video of a train passing through a station here in rural Aichi Prefecture. Once again, this train doesn't stop. And there it goes. So that's train life in Japan.